Good morning, day, and evening, night. Was spending most of the time zones on this meeting. I was thinking why we are here, and just take. I think everybody here knows each other. I'm probably the most unfamiliar person on this meeting right now, and my name is Thomas Slensvik. I'm at the Norwegian Staff College, and I'm currently a design student at the Oslo Architect and Design School, focusing on planning and design thinking and systems-oriented design. Acronym SOD. That should be interesting, confusing in military environments. We had 2 meetings earlier, previously, in this workshop structure. And the first one started with, had some issues about discussing that every country had their own way of approaching design, and it should be individual by country how they approach design. And that gave the idea of slightly comparing and telling what these different approaches are from the different environments, to see if they are really different, if the thinking behind them, if the structure is different, and what is the similarities. So that's why I invited you speakers to say something about how your country and your institution is doing design thinking, and how you're teaching, and why you're teaching it. I don't know if you're going to have I had a small plan for an icebreaker, but I'm not sure if you're going to go straight for Philippe's running away. Go directly for the speakers to start sharing this. What do you think, Philippe? Do you want an icebreaker?
You're the boss, Thomas. It's.
I was thinking I'm not going to take this artistic one, but I want everybody I will say 2 words related to this, and I want you all to write down the first word that you think about, and then later on you're going to describe why. And you write it down so you won't be influenced by the other ones. So the first word, or the 2 words that I want to say is, of course, it's design and it's planning. And when you put this in relation, what is the first you think about? And whoever feels ready will start.
Just to clarify, Thomas, you want us to write any words, or you want us to choose between design?
The first word that pops into your brain when you hear planning and design. And welcome to Will Simmons.
Hello.
So I will just start up in the left corner. I have a Major. You want to start?
Yeah, sure. So planning, I have organizing thoughts, and design creativity. No, that's not really original, but
no, that's great.
What kind of popped in my head.
Yeah. Philippe, you're on the next side of me.
Yeah, for me, the key word is translation. If you mention design and planning, and anything we do with design, you require translation, because we bring a different pool of language that the students are not used to it. So you already need to do a bit of translation there. But also, if you want to bring anything from design to inform planning, you need to do a translation process, because the language that is used in planning is totally different from the language you would use in design. And I think this is this part of the process, so to speak, is a bit taken for granted in doctrine and in the literature, and it's something that you can just learn to do by experience, I think. Over.
I picked John. You're next on my list.
Yeah, I had supportive, but I was thinking mutually supportive. So one word didn't work, but I combined the two. For me, it's mutually supportive. They're required for both.
Thank you. Murray?
For me, design is complex, or this sort of way we deal with complexity, whereas planning is the way we deal with complicated problems. So complex and complicated are the two differentiators.
Ofra?
Well, to to be genuine in what you said, which was the first word that comes to your mind, design, I wrote alternative, and planning, I wrote perfection.
Yeah,
Sorry, can you say that last word again?
Perfection. And that is, for me, design is an alternative to what the we do have, yes? What we are, how we do things, something different, an alternative to what exists. And planning is the perfection of everything that we are and the perfection of everything that we do and just doing it the best that we can.
And welcome to Will. Did you arrive after the task, or?
I think I've picked it up along the way. For design, the word that comes to mind is novel. And for planning, I would say probably directed, in that it's something that has there's a clear desire at the end of it, and it kind of puts us on railroads that we head straight towards that. But also we can put the blinders on then as well.
Thank you. When I did it, I had to test it on myself. I was thinking about profession, because I think, in my perspective, both is part of the military profession, and it stands on two different legs. That's my metaphor on this. Okay, so that was getting everybody to say some words. I can't remember if I put some line of speakers, but I guess I will start in the Pacific.
Sorry, Thomas. I'm just concerned that there's a couple of faces here I don't recognize. So I'm John and Will. I haven't met before. Maybe just a quick.
Then we will take a round around the table. I introduced myself. Do we have the same? Can everybody introduce himself? I believe in self-synchronization.
Hey, sure. So my name is David Major. I work for the Marine Corps University, primarily with the College of Distance Education and Training. Write curriculum for command staff, our majors students, and also I'm writing curriculum for our senior enlisted, so E8s, Marine Corps Sergeant Majors. And been writing about design, teaching design, putting that in the curriculum, primarily with the non-resident command staff majors since 2011, 2012, and continue to add that in the curriculum throughout. I also helped the resident course out, teaching a design elective, which I'm doing right now.
Is there a sequence, or should I jump in?
I believe in self-synchronization, so jump in.
Okay. So that would be design, not planning then. Murray Simons. I am currently in the Australian Defence Force, based in Australia, Canberra, having spent 30 years in the New Zealand Air Force. And had the privilege of doing an exchange to Canada and spent a bit of time in Kingston, where I was on exchange with CFLI and discovered the concept of complex thinking and design and the like, and so have developed a bit of a passion and interest. And so my doctorate was looking at how we develop our mid-career major equivalents, I guess, for staff college level, in developing things like professional wisdom, and how do we prepare them for complex thinking as opposed to what they've had all their careers, which have been more the planning side of things. And so looking at that nexus of transition between planning into design and the shift of mindsets. So my background's in cognitive psychology, but obviously more now in the educational space at the postgrad level. So that's my background, and a bit of an eclectic mix, I guess.
I'm Will Simmons. I'm in the Canadian Army as an artillery officer, and right now for the next 2 weeks I'm in Kingston actually with 1 Canadian division as part of our level 6, level 7 computer assisted exercise. So I'm going to be up to my elbows in planning, primarily in the J3, J35 role, particularly in ISTAR. So yeah.
Yeah, good morning. I'm John Cochran. I'm the Chief Development Officer at the Canadian Forces College in Toronto. I've been working with BB for a number of years now on the design side, but also hoping to get a better understanding of the way to sort of integrate the two to make it a little bit less mystified for the average person who comes through the college, and sort of bridge that gap between the planning and the design side and how they can be supportive of one another. Looking forward to meeting most people. Well, all people. I shouldn't say most people.
I'm Ofra, co-founded the general's course in the IDF with Shimon Nave, and doing a lot of SOD flying circus, thanks to Philippe.
Good. I'm Philippe Bourrier-Brassard. So I've been a professor at the Canadian Forces College since 2017. I've been hired mostly to further develop the design. I call it the design-informed curriculum because we don't have a proper design program. And I'm also the co-executive president of this Archipelago of Design, which is a nonprofit we founded to support the development of design and professional military education around the world, with mostly NATO members and partners, of course. Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you. So I guess we go to the invited speakers then. I think I will just start with Australia, Canada, United States, and Israel, and we will get some injections from Denmark if it pops up, or we will take it.